choice to gamble as many points you want. And if you get the question correct, you gain that many points. But if you don't, then you lose that many points. It's a pretty simple format. And also, before I move on to the first question and before we wait for the final person to join, everyone has to have the camera on and their hands have to be in frame, just as an anti-cheating method. So I hope all of you have your cameras ready, and if anyone has any camera issues, you can tell me. Otherwise, I hope it's all good. I need to see all 11 participants with the cameras on. And if you turn off your camera, or like if you notice anything suspicious, it's going to be an automatic disqualification. So please try not to Google or copy, or keep your hands in frame. It'll be all good. Okay, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see 6 cameras on. Cool. Just 1 second.
I had a question.
Yeah, sure.
Can you just like, what's the policy for conservation of points if there are like 2-parters or 3-parters?
What if there are 2?
For multiple part questions, what's the policy for conservation of
points?
Okay,
for multiple part questions. So we have like identify X and Y. So if you get X correct, you get half the amount of points. I think it's pretty simple.
No, as in if I give you X and then the next team gives you X and Y, what's the system? Do we both get half? One for answering X the first time and the other for answering Y the first time? Or does the team that gives you X get 5 and then the next one which gives you both get 10? Like things like that.
Okay, like points? That. Harsh, what do we do regarding that?
We'll split points down like so for X you get half, for Y you get half.
Okay, good. Okay, I think we'll start in around. Okay, Anish, has your teammate joined?
Yeah, he just joined. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just 1 second.
Just one moment. How exactly are we meant to bounce?
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention about the bouncing situation. So, one of our members, Dhruv, you'll have to send him the answer on WhatsApp. So I'll just send the number on WhatsApp, and you have to send the answer to him on WhatsApp. I'll just Harsh, can you send Dhruv's number?
Yep.
Yeah. So you'll just have to send him. Don't send it on the chat or anywhere because this isn't Zoom. You can't send it directly to the.
Just one thing. So say there are 2 members in a team. Can we make a group with Dhruv? And just like, so there's no redundancy.
No. So regarding that, only one person, like you have to choose one person to send the answer to Dhruv. Like just like choose a leader and one of you send the answer.
So the team leader will send me. And just before the quiz, just send me a hey and text me your team name and like the team leader name so that I know that you have the text.
That's cool, right, Abhiraj?
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah,
I've shared Dhruv's contact information on the group. I request teams like to select one member and like message to you Dhruv your team name and like signal that you'll be the person who will be contacting him for the bounce. Yep. I think that should be it.
How do we ensure that people are not Googling the answer when they're sending the WhatsApp message?
We can't really. It's online, so it's like obviously difficult to. So that's why like keeping a camera on and keeping your hands in frame. But otherwise, we can't really do much about it. Like you all have to be honest, and
we are relying on an honest system here.
We're relying on an honest system here. I know.
Sorry. Also, what's the team number system? Like.
Okay, we'll start making the team numbers right now. Aviral, you have the Google Sheet ready, right?
Yeah. So should I go ahead with the team numbers and name?
Yeah. Just start asking them to I'll start asking them to make their teams. So let's start with team 1.
Team 1
Zen.
is Victoria's Secret.
Okay, cool. You have the names ready too with the team leader, or?
I just have the names of the team.
Okay, cool. That's no issue with that. Can I have Victoria's Secret say like hi or something if you're there, just to confirm that?
Yeah, I'm there. I'll be there.
Yeah, hi.
Both you and your teammate are there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Team number 2.
Team number 2 is Jalabula Jammer.
Okay, Jalabula Jammer.
I will share here. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Team 3.
Team 3 is Quiz Me Baby One More Time.
Quiz me.
Yes, we are here.
Okay, cool. Both of you are on the same. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Perfect. Team 4.
Team 4 is Fanatics.
Yeah,
Fanatics.
Hitancho here. My teammate won't be joining.
Okay, no issues. Team 5.
Team 5 is Communism.
Okay, do I have Communism?
Yes, communism is here.
Okay, both of you are here, right? Okay, cool. Team 6.
Team 6, last one, Beginny Team.
Okay, we have Beginny team.
Yeah, we're here, both of us.
What is team 4?
Team 4 is Fanatics.
Okay. You all have like Drew's contact ready, right? So you can message him, and like don't message from different like just keep one team leader, and when you have the answer ready, just one of you message him. Don't like it's gonna become a little hazy and difficult for us to manage if like both of you message separately. So just like keep one person ready to message after you like decide the answer. And yeah, Harsh, Prag, everything is ready, right? We can start.
Yeah, just one sec. Wanted to ask the participants if you all consent to this final being streamed. If anyone wants to withdraw consent, then please let us know.
Yeah, we're not so comfortable with that.
Okay, cool. Then, well, yeah, we'll just I'll just share that information because we had a stream ready to go. Cool.
So we're not gonna stream it, Harsh? Or?
Yeah, I think there's no workaround for that. We can't stream.
Okay, cool. We can't stream it then. Okay, no issues with that. I think we're ready to start. Harsh, Prag, everything's ready, right? And all the participants, you have Drew's contact ready, right? Because the first and second round is bounce and pounce, so you won't really have much time to pounce. So like just have his contact ready so you can message him. And yeah, I think that's all good. These are the rules. I think I've already shown it. If anyone hadn't joined, these are the rules. In the final round, so the format for the final round is a gambling format. I've already explained it. And the team with the lowest points gets to start first, and second lowest, and it goes to the highest. So that's how it works. I think we can get started, right? Aviral, you have the score sheet ready, right?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, cool. So just 1 second.
Just before we get started, just one query. So the point system says there is a plus 10 for bounce and plus 20 for pounce. So I can pounce on my own question for plus 20.
What do you mean you can pounce on your own? You can't pounce on your own question. It's a direct,
I mean,
so...
Yeah. So I'm saying,
Yeah.
so for my own direct question, I don't have a chance to get a plus. Plus 20.
No. See,
Okay.
you get a direct question and everyone else can pounce. So you can only pounce on someone else's question. Okay? Cool. Just 1 second. Okay, I think we can get started with the finals. If everyone's ready, we can start. So is team 1 here? So first we'll start with the first round in the clockwise direction. So the first round is clockwise pounce and bounce. Direct plus 20 0, pounce is plus 20 minus 10. Bounce is plus 10 / 0. The quizmaster, which is me, I get to decide when the pounce ends. You have a decent amount of time before the pounce ends, and then after some time the direct question ends, and after that it bounces if you don't get the answer for that. Pretty simple. Okay, I think we can start. The first question to team 1 here. The red kangaroo and emu were chosen as the national animal of Australia for a specific reason meant to represent their country developing and improving. What is this peculiar reason they were chosen as the national animal? Okay, pounds closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay,
Listen,
we have.
sorry, but teams already don't have both hands on screen, like within 5 seconds of the question being shown.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll extend it for some more time.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying extend the bounds. I'm just saying, could you make it very clear that participants can have both hands on screen, like if they're not?
Oh yeah, surely. Please, we
Because
have
like the
people.
question, people already had their hands off.
Okay, cool. Please keep your hands on screen. We'll like definitely disqualify you if your hands are off screen because we have a strict no cheating policy. Okay, our pounds is closed. Do you have the answer, team 1? And Dhruv, wait, before team 1 has their answer, Dhruv, can you tell me how many pounces we have?
Yeah, we have 2 bounces.
Okay. Team 1, what is your answer?
Yeah, I think it's because these animals cannot move backwards.
Okay, yeah, that's the correct answer. This is the safety slide. Neither of these animals can move backwards easily. That's the answer. That's why they're chosen as a national animal. It represents them moving forwards and developing as a country. And so, Aviral, can you mark the points for the 2 teams that have bounced? And
Yeah, I wanted to ask, like one of the team has responded, they only move forward. So will it be given points?
No, that they won't be given points because you have to specifically mention that they can't move backwards easily at all, and so that team won't be given points.
They only move forward. Does it means the same that they can't move backwards easily? So
I mean,
it's one and the same.
Okay, cool.
That's why
Okay, we will give
forward and
points for
backward
that.
opposites.
Okay, sorry, we'll give points for that. So how many pounces do we have, Dhruv?
Yeah, team 2 and team 3 pounced correct.
Okay, cool. Team 2 and team 3 pounced. Aviral, can you give points?
Doing that.
For team 2, 3, and 1 also got it correctly on the direct questions, so they get points too.
Yeah, so team 1 and 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. So 2 gets. What's the format? Just 1 second. Okay, yeah. Team 1 gets plus 10 and wait 1 second.
Plus 20, I believe.
Yeah. Plus 20 for direct. Okay, yeah. Plus 20 for direct and plus 20. All 3 teams get 20. Cool. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Team 2, are you ready? Okay, the question 2 on your screen now. X versus Y was the greatest and the bloodiest battle in Indian corporate history that took place in the 1970s. X, who was the grandson of M.A. Jinnah, Muhammad Ali Jinnah on his mother's side, hailed from a line of flamboyant Bombay-based industrial tycoons, while Y, formerly a clerk in Aden, embodied the classic rags to riches story with the success he achieved in the textile industry due to his grit and guile. Identify X and Y. I'll give you a few seconds to pounce. Okay, pounce closes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, pounce is closed now. Dhruv, do you have any pounces?
Yeah, team 1 and team 3 have pounced.
Okay, cool. And have they gotten correct?
Team 1 has gotten correct and team 3 has got 1 wrong.
Okay, team 3 has gotten 1 wrong. Okay, cool.
No. Just a second. Yeah. Team 3 has gotten 1 wrong. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you have the answer, team 2?
Yeah, I'll say this is Wadia versus Tata's.
Wadia versus?
Tata.
Okay, I need the name.
Wadia
Okay, you're
versus
saying
Tata.
what Wadia?
Wesley Wadia, I think his name is. No,
Nasli Wadia. Okay,
Yeah.
X is correct. It is Nasli Wadia, but it isn't Ratan Tata. So we do bounce it to the next participant, team 3. Do you have the answer?
We pounced. So
Okay, so team 3 pounced. Okay, so team 4.
Is it Jamshedji Tata?
No, it's not Tata. Team 5. Team 5, do you have an answer? You don't have any time to think because it's a bounce.
Vadia versus Mistry?
No, it's not Madhya versus Mistry. Team 6.
Yeah, so for X, it's the same thing. Y is Dhirubhai Ambani.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. X is Nusli Wadia and Y is Dhirubhai Ambani. Yeah, X is Nusli Wadia and Y is Dhirubhai Ambani. So can we mark the points for this? We mark half points.
So let's not go to the next question. I have a question. After you do the points, I have a question.
Yeah. Okay. No issues. Can we give the points, Aviral and Dhruv? Can you just...
Yeah, so there's partial marks for X correct, right? For
Yeah, there's partial marks. It's half points for getting it correct.
For team 3. Cool.
Yeah, cool.
I have a doubt. Why is the partial marks on pounds like no negative marking, even though you get one part of it wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. Partial marks on negative marking.
But I thought pounds you're supposed to know the entire answer correctly, and then you bounce. So
yeah. So for direct, for pounds you don't need to know the entire answer. But for direct, we'll be giving half points, and for bounce also for direct we'll be giving half points. For bounce we'll be giving half points, but for pounds we won't because there is a negative marking. So
yeah, I had a question. So I understand the points are being split half, but are you going to if one team gives half correct? Are you going to tell them which half is correct and which half isn't and stuff like that? Because I'm just wondering. Because at one point,
because it gets bounced, so we can't really tell until.
Yeah, but in the later one, I thought I heard you say it's not a Tata, right? I think when the third team or something answered, which is also substantive hint, right? It's not a Tata because there are multiple Tatas that other teams might know.
Okay, cool. I won't be mentioning which part is correct or wrong because other teams can maybe get to know. So, okay, yeah. So just to make it clear, because there's a negative for pounds, if you want to pounce, you have to get the entire answer correctly. But since there's no negative for bounce or direct, it will be split if you get half correct. So, Aviral and Dhruv, can you just make sure that's...
So team 3 gets 0 or negative over here because they had one correct and one
team 3
wrong.
so they don't get any points for that because since there is a risk and a high reward, so you won't get any points for that.
Okay. So it should be a negative, right?
They're getting a negative.
They get minus 10, right? Yeah, they get minus 10 for that. Yeah, so just making it clear again, if you're pouncing, there definitely is a risk. So you can't get one half correct. You have to get both parts correct. Otherwise, you'll be getting a negative 10. For direct and bounce, you can risk. If you get one correct, you get half points, 15 or 5. 5 for bounce, 15 for direct. Dhruv and Aviral, that you have it settled?
Yeah.
I can move on to the next question?
Yes.
Okay, we'll be moving on to team 3. Question on your screen now. This particular sale can be considered one of the most profitable buys of all time. At the time of the deal, public opinion in both countries was strongly against the sale of this land. This piece of land was bought at a paltry sum of just 2 cents per acre for a total of $7.2 million in 1867. Yet within 30 years of the sale, there was a sudden migration to this area as the land turned out to be valuable. What is this place? I'll be closing pounds in 10 seconds. 10,
Sorry, we're pouncing.
9. What?
I was just announcing the pounds. Do we not have to announce the pounds? My bad. Sorry.
You don't. You have to just text. Yes. Just text it on. Just text it to. Okay. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pounds is now closed. You won't be allowed to send any messages now. Dhruv, do you have any pounces?
Yeah. So 4 teams have pounced. So team number 2 and 6 have pounced correctly, and team number 1 and 5 have pounced incorrectly.
Okay, team number 3, do you have the answer for this?
Yes, it is Alaska.
Okay, yeah, that's absolutely correct. Alaska's answer. So team.
Before moving forward, Sahasrad, I'll have to ask you to put your hands up in front of the screen. Yep.
Okay, Alaska is absolutely correct. You get, so you get points for this. And the teams that pounced correctly get plus 20. Dhruv, can you just tally the scores with Aviral once? And just tell me when you're ready to move on to the next question.
Aditya Tiwari, could you please back your chair up a bit? I can't see both of your hands.
Sorry?
Could you please shift your chair back?
Yeah, I can shift it.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Cool. Okay, Aviral, is the points settled for this?
Yes, we can go ahead.
Okay, cool. We'll move on to the next question. Team 4. This is the question for Team 4. Question on your screen now. A group of lawyers reportedly filed a lawsuit against the Warner Brothers over apparent similarities between Darby the Elf and X, ID X. A relatively simple question. We'll be closing pounds soon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pounds is now closed. Do you have any pounces, Dhruv?
Yeah, just a second. Yeah, so team 2 has pounced correctly and team 6 and 5 have pounced incorrectly.
Okay, team 6 and 5 have pounced wrong and team 2 has pounced correctly. Okay, team 4, what is your answer? Do you have an answer for this?
Sorry, I don't know this.
Okay, so this bounces to the next team. Do you have the answer? So team 5, wait, this is team 4, right? And team 4 got it wrong. Team 5 pounced wrong. So this moves on to team 6.
Team 6 also pounced.
Team 6 also pounced.
And okay, team 1. Team 1, do you have an answer for this? You don't have
Give
any
us
time.
a second. Give us a second. 1 second.
You have like 5 seconds because we've given you pretty plenty amount of time.
Yeah, this is Grange. Yeah, I think this. is
What? Grange? No, it's not. It's not Grange. Team 2. Team 2, do you know who the individual X is?
Wait, they've pounced, right?
You also
Team was-
pounced, yeah.
Okay, team 3.
Yeah, is it Vladimir Putin?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Vladimir Putin is the answer. Because of the shape of the nose and the forehead, they tried filing a lawsuit, which didn't work out in the end, but they did file a lawsuit. It's pretty funnily interesting. But yeah, so we'll be giving points to team 3, right? Team 3 got the bounce correct. And who got the bounce correct? Dhruv?
Team 2.
Okay, team 2 got the bounce. Team 2 got the bounce correct, and team 3 got the bounce correct, right?
And team 6 and 5 got the pounce incorrect.
Okay, cool, perfect.
Aditya and Anish, if your hands could be more clearly visible on the screen. Aditya Pahar Singh. Yeah, thank you. Aditya Tiwari, same thing. Hands on screen.
Yeah, I just put my hands up because I pounced and it was wrong, right? So I was not going to get it on the direct anyway. I'm going to put them up before the next question.
Okay, can you move on to the next question, Aviral?
Yeah, we can go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Okay, team 5, ready? Your question on your screen now. X is a dramatic bag-of-loot thriller based on Cormac McCarthy's book, starring Josh Brolin, Javier Bardem, and Tommy Lee Jones. The majority of the film was shot in Vegas, but Tommy Lee Jones persuaded him to film certain parts in Texas. While there, Y was also being shot nearby. One day, the director of Y and his crew experimented with the pyrotechnical effects of an oil fire, causing a massive amount of smoke to infiltrate the set of X, requiring shooting to be delayed by a day to allow the smoke to dissipate. Both the films will eventually become prominent Oscar contenders for a year and a half later. What is X and Y?
Can we have the year X and Y were shot in? Or the year they
No.
were
X
Oscar-
and Y are the two movies. X and Y are the two movies.
So can we have the timeline?
What do you mean? Can we have the timeline? We
Like
haven't
the year
mentioned.
in which they were contenders for Oscars, maybe.
Oh, that isn't required. I mean, we don't need to mention that for the question because we've already given enough information.
Okay, just give us a second then.
Okay, cool. It's a long question, so we will be closing pounds in 15 seconds.
Okay, we're ready with an answer.
Okay, just 1 second. Pounds is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pounds is closed. Before we have the answer, Dhruv, how many teams have pounced?
Yeah, just team 6 has pounced and they have pounced correctly.
Okay, both answers correctly?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Team 5, do you have the answer?
X is No Country for Old Men, and Y is we guess Interstellar. Oh, no, sorry, Inception.
Y is Inception. Okay, so you got half of it correctly, and I won't mention which half is correctly. So half of it is correctly, and it gets bounced to the next team. That's team 6. Team 6, do you have an answer?
Team 6 pounced correctly. So
okay, team 6 pounced correctly. Team 1?
Pass.
Okay, team 2?
So I pounced, but he says it's late. So I don't understand.
Okay, since you pounced late,
so I can just go for the bounce, right?
Yeah, you can go for the bounce.
Okay, so this is No Country for Old Men, and There Will Be Blood.
That's absolutely correct. You do get points for that. And the other team gets half points. No Country for Old Men was correct. It wasn't Inception or Interstellar. Both of these were Western movies. They were filmed in Texas. So Inception and Interstellar were wrong. Okay, Dhruv, can you give points? 1 pounce was correct. One pounce
team
was
5
correct.
got it half correct, right? So
Yeah,
they only
team
get
5 got
10
half correctly.
They only get 10 points.
They only get half the points, correct.
Okay, so 6 has got the pounds correct. 5 has got half of it correct, and second, team 2 has got
half
bounce
of it.
correct. Right?
Half of it correct.
Team 2 got bounce correct, right? Bounce.
Yeah, bounce, but half of the bounce.
That's half of the bounce. Okay.
Yeah,
half of the bounce. Yeah.
So they only get 5 points.
Yeah.
Just one thing.
Yeah.
So we brought this up earlier as well, and not just not telling which part of the answer is correct. Could you also not tell that half of an answer is correct?
But if you're saying not half of an answer is correct, then might as well not conserve any points, right? Like this. I mean, if you're saying if you're giving only half points.
Okay.
No. That's not the logic behind.
I feel like this needs to be cleared up. The point system is finalized from our end. There'll be no contention as to it. So yeah.
That's okay. So just could you clarify it for one last time?
Yeah, no, we're not contending the point system. The point system is fine. We're saying it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't benefit anybody. Like, it doesn't hurt you not to say that half of the answer is correct when you know there are further teams to follow. Because,
okay.
Even if somebody mentions No Country for Old Men and they see Josh Brolin, Javier Bardem, and Tommy Lee Jones, they get an idea of the timeline, which can then help them, the next the second part. So we can just hold on saying whether a half is correct at all until all the teams are done, and then you can tell us.
I mean, okay, fine, cool, understood. Okay, fine. So you're saying I shouldn't mention anything after, just move on to the next team.
As long as the answer is not fully correct, you just have to bounce it or pretending as though we don't know what the answer is.
Cool.
In that case, do we give full points for the bounce? Let's say somebody got half of it right.
Because if you are not confirming that one half is right.
Just to illustrate with an example. In this case, the person.
Wait, just one sec. Just one sec.
If you're confirming the first half is correct, which means you are removing that out of the equation, and then you give only half points to the second half, which is fair. But if you're not confirming that the first half itself is right, the person who is giving you the entire answer afterwards does not know that the first part was verified, so might as well give them full points.
Okay.
If you're not following the
something to be said.
then you
Wait,
have
just
to
one
verify that
second,
the
one
first part-
second, Aditya. Abhiraj, yeah, what do you have to say?
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, say in this case, I believe team one, they gave an answer. In the first part, they gave the answer. The second part, they were slightly hesitant about. Now, when you say that half the answer is correct, if one were to take a wild guess about which half is correct, it's much more likely that you presume that the first half is correct. Right?
Okay, cool.
And
So
very
I
often,
won't mention
the first half
I
is
won't
correct.
mention anything. I'll just move on to the next question.
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
exactly.
Perfect, perfect.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I hope everyone's clear with that. So okay, yeah. Is the score settled for on the score sheet?
So just
Abhiraj?
team 2 is getting 5 points, right, over here? For
Yeah.
getting half the bounce. Okay.
Yeah.
You can go ahead.
Okay.
Wait.
The next question
so
for
we get
team
half of
6.
the answer correct, na? So won't we get half the marks? Like
Yeah, you do get.
Team 5.
Yeah, Abhiral, team 5 gets half correct, right?
I've given 10 to team 5.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Team 6. Team 6, question on your screen now. X is a term used to refer to a group of Hungarian scientists who emigrated to the United States in the early 20th century. The first use of the term X was by Leo Szilard, a fellow Hungarian-American physicist, who jokingly called them X. The origin of X can also be attributed to the fact that these Hungarian scientists were considered outsiders in America since they spoke English with a strong accent, seemingly possessed superhuman intellect, and came from an obscure country. Identify X. Okay, I'll be giving some time to bounce. Relatively long question, so. Okay, bounce is closing in 10 seconds.
Sahasrat, could you switch on your camera? Because I can't see your video.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bounce is now closed. We won't be accepting any more bounces. How many teams bounced through?
Yeah, just a second.
Okay, team 6, do you have an answer?
Okay, no, just a second. Okay, team 2, 6, like 2, 3, 5, and 6 have bounced, and all have bounced correctly.
Wait,
No, the question was for team 6. Yeah, the 6th question.
We'll just say it on direct.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. You don't have to message them if it's your question. So
No,
okay,
we weren't sure. Our bad. We didn't know if it was our bad.
Yeah, cool. No issues.
So this
Okay,
is
2, 3, and 5.
go, right?
Wait, just 1 second. Dhruv, which teams have bounced?
Yeah, 2, 3, and 5.
Okay, cool. Aditya, you can tell me your answer.
So these are the Martians.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. You get full points for this. And have all the teams bounced correctly, Dhruv?
Yeah.
Bounced?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So all these teams get points.
2,
The
3,
answer
5,
is-
and 6.
Yeah, so the answer is Martian. Aviral, can you just settle the scoring system once? Before we move on to the next round, I think we'll present like what the current scores are. So Aviral, could you do that if it's fine?
Yeah, give me 1 second. So here 2, 3, 5, and 6 got full points, right?
Yeah, but 2, 3, 5 got it on a bounce, and 2, 3, 5 got on a bounce, and 6 got it on the direct question.
It doesn't matter. All are 21.
Yeah,
all are 20.
Yeah, cool.
Give me 1 second to tabulate the total. So I'll go ahead with the points so far. Team 1 is currently on a total of 30 points. Team 2 is on 85. Team 3 is on 60. Team 4 is on 10. team 5 is sorry, team 4 is on 0. My bad. Team 4 is on 0. Team 5 is on 10, and team 6 is on 60.
Okay, perfect. Like if you want to write that down to like strategize for your next rounds.
I'll just tell the scores once again. Team 1 is 30. Team 2 is 85. Team 3 is 60. Team 4 is 0. Team 5 is 10. And team 6 is 60.
Okay, perfect. I hope you've written that down or whatever. So now we'll be moving on to the second round, which is again pounce and bounce, but we'll be moving in the anti-clockwise direction. So we're going to start from team 6 and move on to team 1. Again, direct 20-0, pounce 20 minus 10, bounce 10-0. Team 6, are you ready? The first question is on your screen now. The logo of X has 3 dots to represent the first 3 places where it started. The founder planned to add a new dot every time a new location started. But since the business quickly spread, the plan was unachievable. ID X. Relatively small question, so I won't be giving you much time to pounce. Pounce closes in 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pounce closes. Do you have any teams that have pounced, Dhruv?
Yeah, hang on. A lot of them have pounced.
Okay, team 6, do you have an answer for this?
Domino.
Okay, that's absolutely correct. Have the other teams pounced correctly?
Yeah, so team 2, 3, 4 and 5 have pounced correctly.
Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5 get...
Team 1, 2, team 1, 2.
Okay.
I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all have pounced correctly.
Okay, it's a very easy question. I expected all of you to get this correct.
Before we move on, slight score discrepancy. Sorry for not bringing it up earlier. So team 2, you said was on 85 before this question, right? Like at the end of round 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it should be 95, just to confirm. Because I got Alaska right, I got they can't go backwards right, I got Putin right, and I got Martians right on pounds. So that's plus 80 there. I got plus 5 for mentioning there will be blood, so that's 5. And I got Nusvadia, so that's a plus 10, so it should be 95. And I don't have any negative.
Okay, Dhruv, can you just...
What? Nasli Vadia plus 5?
It was my direct, so it was a plus 10.
Okay, Dhruv, could you...
What's the team number?
Team 2.
Give me 1 second, I'll check.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, so they got Alaska right, that's plus 20. They got Putin right, that's plus 40. And then you wait on the pounds for the movie.
That's fine.
So yeah, you got right.
Correct. On X, plus 5.
Plus 5.
Correct.
And then you got Martians right.
Yes.
And then you got...
No. They can't go backwards. That was for the red kangaroo in Emo. Before
Alaska. Yeah. So it's 85, right?
85 and then 10 for Nasli Vadia, my direct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nasli Vadia was your direct. I'll check it.
$85 on pounds, 10 on direct. So yeah.
I think that works out then.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Okay, cool. So we'll move on to the next question. This is for team 5. Aviral, you settled the points for the first question, right? All of them get points.
All of them got it correct, right?
Yeah. An easy question. So, okay, we'll move on to the answer is dominoes. Team 5 question on your screen now. The dome is an icosahedron. The structure within the dome was originally built as a water museum of sorts, but since 2007 it houses an environmental museum. A complex system of shades was used to control its internal temperature. The sun shading system was an attempt by the architect to reflect the same biological processes that the human body relies on to maintain its internal temperature. ID the architect. So I need you to identify the architect that built this dome. We'll be closing pounds in 10 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Pounce is now closed. Dhruv, do you have any pounces?
Yeah, team 1 pounced incorrectly, that's it.
Okay, team 1 pounced incorrectly. So team 6, team 5, do you have an answer for this?
We are not sure about the architect. It's the Aurobindo Ashram in Pondicherry.
I need you to identify the architect. So
I think I don't. Okay, just this is like I don't remember his first name. I believe his last name is Raymond.
I won't be giving you points for that because the first name is what's important. Okay, we move on to team 4. No, we move on to team 6. Team 6, do you have any answer?
Counterclockwise. So.
Okay, yeah. Team 4.
Sorry, 4 also doesn't have an answer.
Okay, team 3. Team 3, do you have an answer? You don't have any time, so you need to answer as quickly as you can.
No, we don't have answer.
Okay, team 2, do you have an answer?
Buckminster Fuller. So the Buckminster Fuller in C60.
So what's the name of the architect?
I think the guy's name is Buckminster Fuller, and the carbon thing is called Buckminster Fuller.
Okay, we will be giving you points for that. The architect's name was Buckminster. Buckminster Fuller. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that is correct. We will be giving you points for that.
Just one thing.
Yeah.
Team 2's hands were not in frame for the majority of the bounce period.
Okay. Please keep your hands in frame. Try it. Maybe move your computer a little bit.
And moreover, they seem to be using the phone, talking only in while the questions are not on. But they're a lone wolf.
Yeah. Okay. Harsh, please make sure. Harsh, are you there?
Yeah. I could see their hand for the relevant period, so I think it's fine.
Okay, fine. We'll please keep your hands on screen. So yeah, Buckminster was correct. So you will be getting points for that. And Dhruv, did any team pounce?
Yeah, team 1 pounced incorrectly, right?
Okay, so team 1 pounced incorrectly, so they lose points for that. And the team that got it correct, Adya Pahad Singh, just give them points for that.
It's team 2, right?
Yeah, it's not a direct question either, right? So it's a bounce.
Yeah, it's a bounce. So
team 1 minus 20 and team 2 plus 10.
Minus 10, sorry.
Okay, yeah, minus 10.
Okay, cool.
We can go ahead.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next question. The answer for this was Buckminster. That's the architect. The full name isn't required because you don't really Buckminster full name. That's the main funda behind this question. Okay, so we move on to the next question. Team 4. Question on your screen now. This song was nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Pop Performance by a Group. The song shares its name with a famous indie pop song in which the singer was literally X while singing the song. The Indian song X was a claim to fame of its singer Y, who's currently part of one of the most successful music composer-singer trio in India. Identify both X and Y. It's a 2-part question, so we'll give you maybe 15 seconds to bounce. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bounce is now closed. You can't bounce anymore. Do you have any people that have bounced this question?
Yeah, so team number 6, 1, 5, and 2. All have bounced correctly.
All have bounced correctly. Okay, perfect. Team 4, do you have the answer for this?
Is the song J-Ho and the singer is A.R. Rahman?
That's wrong.
No, it's
okay. Team 3, you have an answer?
So we guess the Y is Loy Mendoza from the trio and Lloyd, and X.
No, we pass for X.
Okay, we move on to the next team, team 2.
They have bounced.
So they've all bounced directly. Okay, so they will be getting points. So team, who said Shankar Ehsan Lloyd? So you are the singer was? What did you say the singer was?
They said it was Loy Mendoza. I don't think
Loy Mendoza. That's wrong. It's Shankar Mahadevan who sang it, and Shankar Ehsan Lloyd was a trio, but the specific singer was Shankar Mahadevan, so you don't get any points for that. The teams which have bounced correctly, they will be getting points. Just mark them for that, Dhruv.
So is team 3 getting any points here?
No. Team 3 won't get any points because they guessed the wrong person of the trio. Because Shankar,
So,
Mahadevan.
Part 5 and 6 are correct, right?
Yeah, so they'll be getting points.
Yeah, we can move ahead.
Okay, action for team 3. Thomas Williams noticed his elder sister applying a mixture of Vaseline and holders to her eyelashes to give them a darker, fuller look. This incident is said to be the inspiration behind which famous cosmetics brand? Okay, bounce is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your pounces are now.
Okay,
cool.
Query
Good,
team
yeah.
2. I typed it, but then auto gets loaded outside.
Okay, cool. No issues. Okay, bounce is now closed. Do you have an answer? Let me know that Dhruv, which teams are bounced and which teams are bounced correctly.
So, team number 6, 1 and 2 bounced.
Okay, team 6, 1 and 2 are bounced correctly. I can't do.
Maybelline.
Okay, yeah, Maybelline is absolutely correct. Okay, yeah, so you bounce for the direct question and the other teams get points for bouncing. Yeah, Maybelline, like, it's a mixture of Mabel and Vaseline. Mabel is Lyle Williams' sister. Interesting. Yeah, so other can you give points? One for the direct question being correct and others for the first correct one.
We can move.
All good, have you? Okay, cool. So, next question for D2. He's Tom Hitler, tempted by heavenly place like saloons and set out to stay on a funny island in New York. Then the first X in New York is good being fun away from serious problems. Identify X. Punch goes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bounces are well. You have enough time, like 5, 4 years after you have.
All are different.
Okay, that is.
Very big.
Can you take my correct answer before what?
Yeah, you can good answer.
Yeah, we'll have to answer before you.
And on. So what about my deck? Like my chance to get +2. What is that?
Ask question.
Before that one.
We'll ask question at the end of this round.
Yeah, we'll ask that
So
round.
next or team direct.
No, next question will go team 1. If that, you want to your question. Okay, like
Technically, they give
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bounces are now closed. Dhruv, we have bounces.
Yeah, team 5 and 2 bounced.
6 and 5. Team, what do you have answers?
Is it JF?
Yes, absolutely. So,
Go ahead.
okay, so now we'll do. Yeah.
Please, yeah, we are restricted to 2.
Yeah. First, wait a minute, we'll ask section for 2.
Guys, read this. Could I just make a quick question?
Yeah, then we will scores.
No, wait. Only one second. The question happened. You can do what
Just wait a minute because someone went to the bathroom and someone. I'll check if it's
shows you. And pause and just be in this normal.
No, the one to reach number is something.
I'm set.
Okay, perfect. And the one that had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, he's coming.
Are you
He's
back?
coming.
Okay, is everybody here?
Yeah, everyone's here.
Okay. Camera on, guys. And camera on.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so the question directed to Team 2 is on your screen now. Grace Biddell, an American correspondent, wrote a letter to X at the age of 11, encouraging him to grow a beard, claiming it would make him more attractive, and all the ladies like whiskers. X replied to the letter in a light-hearted manner without making any promises. However, he went on to grow a beard, and this beard went on to become one of the most distinguishable features along with other pieces of apparel. Identify X. 10 seconds to pounce. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pounces are closed. Do you have the answer, Team 2? And wait, before that, Dhruv, how many teams have pounced and how many of them correctly?
Yeah, so 2 teams have pounced, Team 6 and Team 1, and both have gotten it right.
Both have gotten it?
Right.
Okay, correct. Perfect. Team 2, do you have the answer?
Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, that's absolutely correct. Team 2 gets points for this. Team 1 and 6 as well for pouncing correctly. Aviral, just can you handle the points? And tell me when you're set to go move on to the next round.
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah. Do we need to give out a total right now?
Yeah, I think that would be nice if you just give out the total of all the teams right now.
Yeah, 1 second.
And so this was, of course, Abraham Lincoln.
And Team 6 also pounced correctly, right? This question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Team 1 and 6 pounced correctly, and Team 2 got it correct on a direct question.
Okay, so we have the scores in up till now. Team 1 is on a score of 120. Team 2 is leading with 205. Team 3 is on 100. Team 4 is on 20. Team 5 on 70. And lastly, Team 6 on 160.
Okay, that's perfect. If anyone wants it repeated, just ask us. Otherwise, we'll be moving on to the next round. The next round is a fairly simple round. There's no pouncing, there's no bouncing. It's a direct question to each team. There's no passing. Plus 30 for correct. There won't be any negative marks if you get it wrong. So you can give your best guess.
Is there pouncing?
What?
Is there pouncing?
No, there's no pouncing, there's no bouncing. It's just a direct question. I mean, the reason we kept this is we want to build up points for the gambling round. So and we didn't want to keep any bounce or pounds for negatives. So
can we
I
use
think
our
we're all
phones during when it's not our question?
Can you use our phones
when it's not our question?
Yeah, sure. And like there's no messaging for bouncing. So like if you see you using your phone during the question, like when you're being asked a question, then like it'll be considered like obviously cheating because you won't be having to message anyone. Okay, so this will again go on the clock. This will go in the clockwise direction, and the next round will go on the order of least amount of points. Okay, so the direct question round. We'll start. Alvira, you're ready, right? Like just to manage the scores.
Yeah, we are good to go.
Okay, peaceful. Okay, so team 1, here's your question. In Japanese culture, it's widely believed that it brings good luck to thousands of high school students who sit for the entrance exams, gain admission into Japan's top universities because coincidentally X in Japanese translates to you shall surely win or be victorious. Y, who is a manufacturer of X, respond to these 4 teachers' linguistic association by producing for the Japanese market special types of X that carry on addition.
But what am I supposed to answer here? X
and Y. X and Y.
And Y. Okay.
Yeah. Respond to these 4 linguistic association by producing for the Japanese market special types of X that carry additional exam-related symbols on their packaging. Also, when the Japan Postal Service was being privatized, Y seized an opportunity and created a business model that didn't exist before. Y also partnered with the newly privatized post office and created a new package for X that would be posted called X Mail. People could write their message on their packaging, but a stamp on it and put in a mail. Many post office branches during exams decorate the stores with X branding, which has now become part of their culture. I think I gave you enough time for reading the question. Pretty long question.
Yeah.
Do you have an answer?
So, so is there part marks? Like if I give only
Yeah,
X
it's
or
part
only Y?
marks. Yeah. There's no negative.
Okay,
So you get half correct
X
if
is
you
a
get.
sharpener. X is a sharpener.
Okay.
And Y, I'm not sure. I'm guessing this is Stedler.
Okay, that's a pretty good guess, but the answer was Kit Kat and Nestle actually. So you won't be getting any points for that. Pretty interesting it's Kit Kat because, Kit Kat translates to usual surely even in Japanese, but yeah, okay. So you won't be getting any points for that. We'll be moving on to the next team. That's team number 2. Question on your screen now. A large number of females protested in Argentina in 2018 against the anti-abortion laws in the nation, where complications arising from illegal abortion.
Handmaid's Tale. Handmaid's Tale.
So you're saying, what are they dressed as?
The maids from Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, absolutely right. Perfect answer. Aviral, can you just give points to team 2 for that?
Yes, plus 30.
Okay, perfect. We move on to the next team. That's team number 3. The answer to this, the protesters were dressed as handmaids from the Handmaid's Tale. Okay, team 3, your question on your screen now. X was considered for the lead in The Terminator, but director James Cameron rejected the choice because he didn't think this likable, goofy kind of innocent guy could pull off a cyborg assassin. Who was X? We'll have a few seconds to think. Team 3, do you have an answer?
Sylvester Stallone?
Sylvester Stallone is the wrong answer. The answer for this was O.J. Simpson, which is kind of ironic because they didn't think he could pull off an assassin. But yeah, that was sort of a hint. Maybe you could have tried to build on that. But Sylvester Stallone was wrong for this. It was O.J. Simpson. So you won't be getting any points for this question. Okay, we'll be moving on to Team 4. The next question to Team 4 on your screen now. In the 18th and 19th century, European countries such as England, France, Ireland, and Scotland introduced the concept of X tax. The X tax was a kind of property tax to mainly target the wealthy class of society who used to live in houses and mansions with multiple X. It was later repealed by these countries due to high agitation against such a tax. Identify X. You have around 7 seconds to think. 3, 2, 1. Team 4, do you have an answer for this?
Palace, I don't know.
Palace. Mansions with multiple palaces.
No, sorry. Okay. Chandeliers, sorry. Okay, chandeliers.
Okay, chandeliers was wrong. Pretty good guess, but the answer is actually windows. Pretty interesting question. Windows was the answer for this question, so you won't be getting any points for this. We'll now move on to Team 5. Team 5, question on your screen now. Teiyu Goto, a Japanese product designer, was in charge of designing X. While most other companies were using letters, Goto insisted on using shapes and symbols. Each shape symbol had a meaning, with one of them standing for viewpoint, another one for a piece of paper, for menus and documents, and the other two for decision making. Identify X.
Is it the PlayStation controller?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Brilliant answer.
Thank you.
The PlayStation, the triangle, the square, the circle, the X. So yeah, PlayStation controller, X is PlayStation controller to be specific. So Aviral, can you give Team 5 points for this?
Yes, and you can go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So now Team 6, question on your screen now. Janaki Ammal is arguably one of the first women to get a PhD in botany in the US. She is known mainly for creating a variant of a plant of the bamboo family to produce Y, which has become a staple ingredient in Indian desserts. What is this ingredient Y? You have around 7 seconds to think. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Team 6, do you have an answer for this?
This is the aluminium foil replacement.
Okay, pretty good guess, but sadly that's wrong. The answer was actually jaggery, the sugarcane plant in jaggery. So jaggery is the staple in Indian desserts. So you won't be getting any points for this. Yeah, I think we're done with this round. We'll be moving on to the most interesting round. That's the gambling round. But before that, Aviral, can you just tell us what the points that stand as of now are?
Yeah, so in the last round, only team 2 and 5 got an additional 30 points, putting them at 235 and 100 respectively. And the overall scores currently stand are Team 1 at 120, Team 2 at 235, Team 3 at 100, Team 4 at 20, Team 5 at 100, and Team 6 at 160.
Sorry, can you repeat the scores again? Once again.
Team 1 is on 120, Team 2 is on 235, Team 3 is on 100, Team 4 is on 20, Team 5 is on 100, and Team 6 is on 160.
Okay, cool. I hope that's all settled because like knowing the scores for the next round will be pretty important. Like if everyone's ready, just if anyone's not ready, just tell me. I'll wait till you just write down the scores. Otherwise, we can move on to the next round. So for the next round, it's a gambling round. I hope all of you are aware of the rules. I mentioned it in the beginning. We'll start with the team with the lowest score and then move onwards. So the team, Aviral, what's the team with the lowest score right now? Team 4, right?
Yeah, Team 4 with 20.
Okay, Team 4 with 20. Okay, so Team 4, the first question for round 6 will go to you. I mean, for round 4 will go to you. If you're ready. Oh, so how many points would you like to gamble for the...
That's 500.
No, you can only gamble like the amount of points, like maximum amount you can gamble is the amount of points that you have.
Oh, then just double it. I have 20 only.
Okay, so you have 20, you're going to gamble 20. And you know that if you get it wrong, you go back to 0.
It's a no. Yeah, it's no.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so you're going to gamble 20. Okay, so your question is... One of the worst civil wars of the 21st century took place in this African country, with more than 1,000 lives falling prey to the violence and crime that took place. While repeated UN interventions failed to resolve this conflict, an unexpected ceasefire resulted from a historic achievement of the country in the mid-2000s, after which its protagonist X made an appearance on national TV that had its desired impact of seeking a truce between the government and the rebels. Who was this unlikely savior that ranks his achievement as his greatest among all other glories? Also, what historic first did his country achieve?
So I think this was Didier Drogba winning when they won the AFCON trophy.
Didier Drogba is X, and what is the historic first his country achieved?
They won their first AFCON trophy.
Okay, that's close. That's wrong, sadly. The historic first the country achieved was them qualifying for the World Cup. So you won't be getting any points because this has a negative, so you risked it. So you go back to 0 now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Actually, I have to go for a lecture in 10 minutes. Is it okay if I leave? I'm not going to win anyway.
Okay, cool. No issues. Thanks.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, cool. Perfect. Okay, just like wanted to mention it, if the question has 2 parts and you get only 1 part correct, you have to get both parts correct because this is a gambling round, so it's like plus X and minus X. So we won't be giving half points for this. If that's clear to anyone, just give a thumbs up.
Excuse me, just a doubt. How many times will a question come to a particular team? Only once, or will they round it?
No, there's no bouncing and bouncing in this. It's just
no, not that. So like rounds. How many rounds will this main round will go on? So 1 question for each team or 2 questions for each?
Yeah, team? It's 1 question for each team. So 1 gambling question. Okay. This is the last round, and there's 1 gambling question for each team. So like calculate how much you want to risk. Okay, so Team 2, the answer was Didier Drogba, the first time an Ivory Coast qualified for the World Cup. Winning the AFCON was a pretty good guess, but it was wrong. Okay, Team 2, how much would you be willing to gamble? I mean, not Team 2, I mean, Aviral, which is the second team on the second lowest points?
Team 3 and 5 are both on 100 points.
Team 3 and 5 are both on 100?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what do we do? I think we'll just flip a coin. Okay, I'll just flip a coin for who goes first. I mean, do any of you have any preferences regarding 3 and 5? Like, do you want to go first or second?
No preference as such.
3 and 5, neither of you have any preferences, right? Okay, I'll just flip a coin. Team 3, heads or tails?
Tails.
Okay, Team 3, tails. Okay, you won. Do you want to go first or second?
We'll go second.
Okay, cool. So Team 3 will go second, Team 5 will go first. Team 5 is on 100 points, right, Aviral?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're on 100. How much would you be willing to risk?
All in.
Okay, you're going all in, so you're going to go back to 0 if you lose. Okay, cool. Okay, you're going all in. So the question on your screen now. The author X wrote the book Y on a $50 bet with his publisher that he wouldn't be able to write a book in less than 50 words. X won the bet, and the book went on to become an all-time favorite. Identify both X and Y.
Could we get some time to discuss amongst ourselves?
Yeah, you'll be getting like 10 to 12 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your time is up. Do you have any answer?
Okay. Dr. Seuss is X, and
Yeah.
Y is green eggs and ham.
Okay, that's absolutely correct. Dr. Seuss wrote Green Eggs and Ham in less than 50 words, became an all-time favorite. So you are now at 200. You are now at 200 points. Okay, so Aviral, can you just update the score sheet?
That's been updated. You can go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Dr. Seuss, Green Eggs and Ham. Okay, we now move on to team 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, team 3, you're on 100. How much would you be willing to gamble?
All in.
Okay, team 3 is also all in. Question on your screen now. X holds the distinction of being mentioned in a total of about 128 rap songs till date, in addition to being the titular subject of at least 2 of them, one being Jeezy. In rap, the name has come to be used as a historical touchstone, a verb in a few explicit senses, or even stand alone as an insult for someone inferior who throws himself at more powerful figures. Who is X? We have around 15 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your time is up. Do you have any answer?
Is it Mandela?
Mandela is sadly wrong, so you will be losing all your points for this, and you're now at 0. I mean, you won't be getting any points, but does any other team know the answer? It's a pretty interesting question.
Can we do non-com? Right? Like we can.
You won't be getting any points, but like just for
fun. That's what non-com. Yeah. So is it Monica Lewinsky?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Monica Lewinsky's answer. The last part may have given a sort of hint because of the whole Bill Clinton situation, her filing the case against Bill Clinton, and yeah, she has been mentioned in about 128 songs. It's pretty interesting and hilarious. But yeah, so team 3 is now at 0. Aviral, can you just update that on the score sheet?
Yeah, team 3 is at 0, and now we go on to team 1 with 120 points.
Okay, team 1, 120 points. How many? The answer was Monica Lewinsky. Team 1, how many would you be willing to risk?
Yeah, we're doing all in 120 points.
Okay, team 1, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, team 1 is also going all in, 120 points. Question on your screen now. X is an English word that has 2 meanings, but you would want to hide an X if you have one in either sense. It used to mean major blunder, but over the years, it acquired a new meaning which we all might be more familiar with. What is X? Yeah, about 15 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your time is up. Do you have an answer for this?
No. We do not have an answer for this. No.
Okay. So you go back to 0. Does anyone else have an answer for this? Non-com? Does anyone else know the answer for this? Or want to give it a shot? I mean, no points, obviously. Okay, no one wants to have an answer. The answer was boner. It used to mean a major blunder, but this may have sort of given a hint where you'd want to hide a boner, and that's what we're more familiar with now. So that was the answer. Okay,
Just one thing. Did we have a sports check?
Yeah, sure. Aviral, can you just mention the scores now?
So team 1, 3 and 4 are all on 0. Team 5 is on 200. And the question now goes to team 6, which is currently at 160 before the gambling round. And team 2 before the gambling round is at 235, which is still to go for the gambling round.
So it's 235, 200 and 160, right?
Yeah.
Wait, so after 160, what is the next team at?
235.
No, so like below 160.
You mean above 160, 200 and 200, right?
No, I mean below 160. What is the next team?
Below 160, it's
Below,
0.
currently below 160, it's 0. 3 teams are on 0, 1,
So
3
it's
and
0,
4.
0, 0, 160, 200, 235, right, Aviral?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So it's team 6 turn right now.
So we'll bet 159.
Okay, so you bet 159.
Yeah.
Okay, totally understandable. Okay, so 159, question on your screen now. Because he appeared to be trapped in his childhood for the duration of his life, X was termed the real-life Peter Pan. His Neverland Ranch was filled with amusement attractions, a petting zoo, and life statues. But the infatuation did not stop there. X wanted to play Y in a live-action film so badly that he tried to buy the company that owned Y, and they declared bankruptcy in 1996. Many fans and production executives insisted on his not being cast in the role later on. These reports are confirmed at the 2009 San Diego Comic-Con. Nevertheless, X's takeover was shut down and the company merged with the new, now defunct Toy Biz in 1998. Identify both X and Y. We'll give you about 20 seconds to think. Relatively longer question.
Okay, yeah. So X is Michael Jackson. Y is Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Michael Jackson and Spider-Man were correct. Michael Jackson wanted to play Spider-Man, then Stanley rejected it. So now team 3, right? Team
6. This is team 6.
Okay, team 6 is now at what? 319?
Yeah, 319.
Okay, team 6 is now at 319. So
Team
the
two.
last question goes to team 2, who's at 235.
Just let me do math for a second. Just give me
Yeah, sure.
So, I mean, it doesn't make sense. I just 85. Did I get the where did I get? Yeah, 85. I guess 85.
85.
85.
So you're at 200 and what's your 235?
235. 85 would take. So I bet 85. I get it right. I get a plus 85. I get it wrong. I get a minus 85. That's what.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah. So
and
if you get
plus 85 takes me to 320.
320 and the other team is at 319,
right?
Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah, just
Are they
one
at
more.
90?
Yeah,
Let me confirm. Are they at 390?
yeah, just Aviral, just how many points are there?
Currently, which team? Team 2 is at 235.
Team 6 is
Team 6 is at 319.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
390.
Yeah.
So 85 to get you at 320. Okay. So I think we're ready for the last question, which is the most important question in this quiz. Question on your screen now. Bullshit is a quiz game show on Netflix where one can get away by feigning knowledge to a set of people and convince them that the wrong answer was in fact correct. With which hit song does the show's first episode share its name with? You'll get about 15 seconds to think about it. Five, four.
Okay, so because Love the Way, like,
yeah, that's absolutely correct. Love the Way You Lie by Eminem and Rihanna. So with that, you go to 320, which is one more than the team 6, and you're the winner of this year's Brainstorm General. So yeah, just to clarify, 320 is a winning team. That's team 2. Team 6 is a 319. And Aviral, which is the third team that...
Team 5 are 200.
Okay, Team 5 at 200 and all the other 3 teams are at 0. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So Team 6 is the Team 2 is the winner. Team 6 came second, and the other team came third. Team 5 came third. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We're done with the quiz. If like just a general feedback on like how the questions were. Like first time I made the quiz, so like were they of
I
like
have
a decent level?
meeting at 7:30, so I have to run. Thanks for the
Cool,
quiz.
cool.
Congratulations, man. Like you did very well.
Congratulations, yeah.
Yeah, nice set. Thank you.
All of you
Yeah.
played really well. Like
Huge
good
congratulations
job.
to all the fans.
Yeah,
Thank you for
we didn't
participating.
expect this much, but yeah. Okay, thanks a lot. So I think yeah, we can leave the thing. We'll inform you on the group regarding the prizes and etc. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, guys.
Cool, cool.
Thank you so
game,
much, guys,
Good
for
game
both
update. Bye, bye. Cool, cool. Bye, bye.
Peace. Bro, it's over finally.
Finally.
Yeah. Do you think we conducted it well? Though?
It was good, bro.
थोड़ा
Like,
सा, yeah, but थोड़ा सा they started bossing us around instead.
अरे that's fine. That is वो हर क्विज में होता है भाई वो if you are a bit confused on the point system ना then all the teams will come at you, but since this is the first quiz,
Yeah, mostly the points, just one place team 2 said they are getting additional points, but other than that I think the points were fine.
I didn't know that was correct only. The Nuslivadia thing was his direct only. So like not a problem. Like it was fair.
So I increased 10 marks there and then Baki sab I think
Bro, these Team 6 folks, if they bet one more point, they would have gotten like 1 point more than this guy. I mean, no,
That,
he would have bet one more than
Team 2 guy is a genius. He got almost every single question on the quiz.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Yeah,
He was really good.
I didn't expect, but he's pretty good. Yeah.
I can only see 20s on his what do you say, Excel sheet.
Achha, why I'll tell you is because most of the questions that came were in some sort mediocre standard that we said. It was not too hard, not too easy. So, and that guy, he's pretty much in all the quizzes. He attends all the quizzes, so he's pretty experienced also. So it makes sense for him to win the quiz, which is pretty good.
Hopefully we can set even harder questions then for the next two, tomorrow's and day after.
Tomorrow, you see, Ishan's quiz will be a different level for sure.
It's gonna be the benchmark, bro.
Also, I'll keep sending him questions for Cyber's Tech till tomorrow.
Send bhaiya Viral. Good work, bhai. Really.
Yeah, I don't think anybody cheated, like, at least in this final.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah, it seemed like that only. Was keeping a close watch.
Damn.
Yeah, so it was pretty good. Like, we did a good job for our first day.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, tomorrow hopefully it'll be better. And bro, can you figure out